everybody, welcome to News by Muse. We have another guest from 18 and a half, John Magaro. John, what was it about the script that you had to be a part of this film? Because the subject matter is very interesting, but yet lighthearted. What
Yeah,
was it about it?
well, I mean, I think it deals with politics and kind of a controversial thing, depending on which side of the aisle you sit. So I think it's right to approach it with a sense of humor. Um, so that's right away interesting. Um, but ultimately, I'd never seen a story like this before.
Mhm.
Um, so for me as an actor, being a part of something that hasn't been done before or that's unique is appealing. Uh, I enjoy that. You're taking a risk. It might not work, but it also might create a whole new type of cinema. So that was really exciting for me.
And I love the way, not only the look, the feel of it, but also your acting was very good. Uh, what, like, to go into this and to go find out about this 18 and a half Nixon time frame and to go back and relive it. What was it? What was some of the challenges of trying to go back to bring out the characters?
Well, going back is a really fun part. I like going back in history when we make movies.
Mhm.
I'm a history nerd, so I have always loved reading about it and watching movies about it. Um, so that's fun. Uh, I think the biggest challenge of this film, besides making it funny, but a
Mhm.
lot of that was the situations that make it,
Yeah.
silly and zany. But at the heart of it, I think Dan and Daniel wanted to sort of tell a story in the way that these political thrillers used to be told, in the way that in All the President's Men or 3 Days of the Condor,
Mhm.
Conversation, French Connection, tell stories. So that's what we were leaning into. So that was a lot of my research, studying those heroes and those films. Um, but those are amazing movies.
Mhm.
So and that's a tall order. So trying to do that, but also take our spin on it, our comedic spin, was the ultimate challenge of this film.
Yeah. And every time you and Will are playing off of each other, it's like so perfect.
Thank you.
So such a perfect pairing, especially during when you're in the coffee shop. Those interactions was me and Will had talked about this, that it felt like a Broadway play.
Mm. Well, I think there's something like we were talking about in those movies. If we
Mhm.
remember that we're trying to do those '70s kind of style, there was something more theatrical about it. All the President's Men could live as a play, and
Yeah.
it probably does somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, it is more theatrical, so we're not doing that modern way of cinema. So I think we were leaning into that theatricality in a way, and then when you have such a good scene partner like Willa, and just a great partner throughout the whole story, like her, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. And with a great cast, including yourself, the comedic scenes and the situations that you guys get into is almost just like just
Yeah, I
great.
mean that's really Daniel Moya, the writer, who came up with these ridiculous situations that they stumble into as they're trying to piece this mystery together.
Yeah. And it seemed, and this is what I love, is that it really jumps off the screen that all of you had fun working on this.
Mhm.
You could tell. Uh, I know they, the director was telling me that you guys worked during the pandemic. You were one of one of the last ones to shoot at the
Well,
time.
we got, this lives in the two worlds. It lives in the pre-COVID world and then the post-COVID world. We
Yeah.
started shooting this in February 2020,
Mhm.
and we had to shut down March 13th when everything got crazy. And I think, that was fun then, but I think in a lot of ways it was more fun when we came back. I forget when that was. It was probably July maybe. So several months after the pandemic had been going, and we were one of the first productions to kind of get back up on our feet. And it was hard, and it still is hard to operate with those protocols, but it was also just nice to be back around people and back at work and I think everyone was really excited by that, and maybe that's some of that joy you're seeing.
Yeah, because it's just there's something about it that has a special feeling to it. Not
Yeah,
only this the subject matter, but the comedy, the way everybody interacts with everybody.
yeah.
It seemed like it was just a perfect casting and a perfect
Oh,
mix. Uh, so what's next for you? What do you have coming up after this film?
well, I did another film with Kelly Reichardt. I worked with her previously on First Cow. We have a film called Showing Up that's playing at Cannes next week, so that's exciting. And then I have another film with A24 called Past Lives that hopefully people will get to see in the fall. And right now I'm working on a film called Heart of the Lion, which is the George Foreman biopic, and it's a big story. Covers a lot of years, and I think it's going to be a really special movie.
Yeah, I actually got to see a piece of
Did
that
you see it?
movie
I knew they showed that
at
somewhere. Where did they
CinemaCon.
show that? Cinema
At
Con?
CinemaCon, yeah.
Yeah, and they
It
showed some of
looked
the boxing, right?
yes.
That's going to be the real, like Chris does an amazing job as George, and he's really working his butt off. We're still filming. We have another month left. Um, but those boxing sequences, I think, are gonna. I mean, watching them being shot was, I think it's gonna be really impressive.
Yeah, and from what I saw and what they showed us at CinemaCon, I'm just like, wow, this is gonna
Yeah,
really do something.
it's a big movie. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a big. It feels big and grand.
Yeah, especially with a guy like George Foreman, where he's so approachable, and everybody
Yeah.
like you never hear a bad word about George Foreman.
No, no, he's one of the few.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the few nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, but John, thank you so much for stopping with us and talking with us about 18 and a half.
Certainly.
Anything else you want to add to tell the fans after they can watch it next week?
No, please go see it. People need to get back in the cinemas, and I know it's easy to watch it from home, but if you have a little art house cinema near you, go and support them. We need it. We need to get back to normal.
Definitely, because this is a film you have to see inside of a movie theater.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much again. Don't forget 18 and a half comes out May 27th, which is next Friday. Check it out. Take a look at your local listings or the link below to be able to find a theater where you could go see it. I definitely recommend inside a movie theater is always the best place to see a movie. So thank you, John, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Talk to you soon.